Hey, alright, so apparently the last stream failed to upload, so I did get a little bit of progress done. I'm gonna try to play catch up to make sure anybody that has been watching their way through that they kind of know what happened. I set up a overflow to the MAM here for the gunpowder. We did unlock some more stuff in the MAM. We got our backpack and our backpack uploader here as well, so that we can start uploading things from our backpack, which will be super handy. We did get our concrete production over here and our... Oh, I don't have any more jetpack fuel. And our encased industrial beams up and running. And I actually got both of these upgraded to tier 2 miners, and so they should be pumping out 20 encased industrial beams per minute now, because it's 8 times what, 2.5, so should be 20 per minute, which is pretty good. I still need to go through and relocate the weapons factory that I put together hastily for all of the shatter rebar. I did go ahead and get a basic exploration inventory sorting completed, and I'll show you how that works here in a second. It's not pretty at all, but it's just going to automate some of those things. I did go ahead and get some more steel pipe production started. I was just over there where the copper was, and I meant to grab copper pipes. That's why I was over there. But I did get some stuff set up here to go ahead and start generating some additional resources for that. But we got some basic production here for inventory management. Basically, be able to plop stuff down here, and it'll go through the line. And I've got programmable splitters set out here, so power slugs will go down below, and they'll get automatically turned into power shards. Food will get sorted, and then we'll turn any alien bits into the DNA capsules. And that's all I got done at that point. But we'll basically have a lot of our critical materials kind of just automatically sorted and taken care of, and we won't have to worry about them in the MAM. I think the next step up for the alien tech here is just increased expansion. I don't think that I need to go ahead and do the 60 a minute yet. I think this will be the next upgrade. I unlocked the programmable and the smart splitters in that tree line. I think the only other thing I need to start looking at here is the synthetic polyester fabric, because once I get refineries going, I'll use that this polymer resin to go ahead and make fabric, and then I can automate gas masks and some other things. I won't be able to get this for quite a while, so I'm not super worried about that. I don't need radio signal scanning. The radio tech I might do a little bit later, but I still need to get the last bit of copper sheets so that I can unlock packaging, so I can go ahead and get my little fuel packets that I need to unlock turbo fuel. So once I have the packager, I will be able to unlock turbo fuel. And I have a spot that I want to go set that up. So I need 1,000 copper sheets. You see that up in the top right? I'm going to go over and grab that now, if I can avoid getting stuck within a rock there. And I will get that unlocked. I'll get the packager set up. I'll divert some fuel over and get those 25 or 50, whatever it is. I'll also use some of that for fuel for my jetpack. And we will be in good shape here as far as getting some of these milestones checked off. because we're just starting to pick up some steam here towards, you know, an end state that's going to be beneficial. So we've only got 200 made so far. And I just diverted this into sheep production, so I meant to grab that while I was over here earlier. We are at 1,000 versatile framework out of the 2,500 that we need, so that's pretty good. Got plenty of cable on us. We're cranking out motors. We got a ton of those, so we're in good shape for a lot of our materials. I'm gonna head over there to where the other copper production is, because I did cut off the supply to the AI limiters because I had tons. Like, there was a couple thousand over there, and I don't need a production line for the AI limiters yet. I will soon, I think, with that the next couple of space elevator parts I will, but for right now I don't. So let's go ahead and head over there. And the next thing that I can upload, I love how they said, you know, fix it, Ada, whatever. She was saying that the 4x4 for the blueprint designer, if you have problems with that, that's a personal inadequacy. And then literally the next tier up, they give you the 5x5. So I'm curious with how that 5x5 goes. And there's a little shot behind with the storage. It's just some simple constructors and some smart splitters, and it's just allowing contents to kind of flow through that production chain. I don't think I'm gonna set one up for like for biofuel or anything like that, just because I don't need it. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need about 40 more to get to that 1,000. So I'm either gonna have to handcraft some or just wait until more get made. Just because I can't tell if that was 60 per minute or not, so we'll go ahead and drop that back down to tier 1 just because it don't matter. I got all 3 of these making copper sheets, and it's only running at 75% efficiency, so I'm not super worried about that. This is just all passive production. It doesn't need to be as efficient as possible, and considering that, you know, this is just making a stockpile for me. I most likely could set up another foundry here. Oh, why did I do that? Was it just too lazy to like shift them back? Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think I just didn't want to shift it all back. So, just thinking. I mean, I could just add another smelter here. And then just add another constructor. Yeah, I don't really think I even need to worry about it that much. Let's just go ahead and get going. Okay, so that's enough for the packaging, and then I have enough sheets on top of that to allow me to pipe in a packager. I will need plastic, which I have a ton of, to allow me to go ahead and make the containers for the fuel, which will be fine. So we'll get over here and we'll get this fluid packaging milestone turned in, and then we'll head down to the oil production. There we go. Oops.
Milestone reached. Avoid the embarrassment of placing liquids in your pockets only for them to spread across your suit. Package and unpackage them with the packager. Packaging fluids allows them to be transported in your inventory, on conveyor belts, and by vehicles. For increased, non-pocket related fluid storage, you can now use the industrial fluid buffer.
Okay, I got rubber down there, I got plastic in my pocket, I got steel beams, so I have what I need down here. So I'm gonna run down to the oil production, and I'm pretty sure that was in the last episode. That I don't know what was going on. It was one of those where it said that it was live. I played for an hour when I had an opportunity to, and it just never uploaded. So I'm not gonna try to like rehash and recover exactly everything that I did, but it was I don't know. I did a bunch with the oil, and I can't recall if that was before or after I had a little run-in with that elite spider up at the trees there. Where he actually killed me once or twice? I can't remember. He definitely killed me. It was definitely one of those where I was thinking that I was going to be in a lot better shape than I was. Like I ran up there, I avoided him once, and then I came over like this mountain or like this little cliff overhang, and I like just like do, and I like walked right in front of him, and I'm like, oh gosh, because he was one that is supposed to only spawn at night. I thought that since it was kind of daytime, he wouldn't be out there, but he was. So it was on me. I think this was set up for packaging. So let's go ahead and we'll get that set up and we'll get some packaging. I only did three fuel generators because that's all I wanted to do. So I'm gonna get a packager right here. Oh, I need the rubber. The rubber should be going into this right here. I don't know how much rubber I actually have. So let's actually split that in half here, and we'll actually put all that into the backpack, and then I'll split out for the packager right here, and we'll just put a little merger right here. Oh, wait. Put it backwards. Let's do this. Packager. Okay, we'll do this. Then we'll do a small little belt dealy right here. And we'll do quick little belt right here of fuel. We'll go ahead and get this packaged fuel going. You need some power, and then we'll get our little output storage right here as well, and that should be good to go. It doesn't need to be pretty, it just needs to function so I can unlock turbo fuel, because I don't want to do too much production of regular fuel. I want to switch over to turbo fuel as fast as possible, because I've got the power overhead to do so. Like, it's not pretty because it's not running 100% efficient, but our demand is so low right now. Like, we're only consuming 1,000 megawatts, and we're consuming almost 1,800, or producing 1,800, so we're in pretty good shape with that. So I'm going to head over here and grab some of that. I should have just put the constructor right next to that's making the containers. I should have just put it right next to there. So there's 100. And we will go from there. Let's get our fuel cranking. I'll have a little bit of fuel on the side too. Like I'll get that just kind of hanging out, just in case. What's going on? Why is this not going? Do I need to go after the pump? Is this it? What's happening here? This should have enough head lift, but it doesn't. For some reason, it just can't even push out to here. Is it just not pushing out enough? Like, it should be pushing out 60 per minute. Well, I'm putting a pump on this side because there's no reason why that shouldn't be working. I don't know why it's not working. It doesn't make sense to me. Like there's nothing getting into the fuel generators. I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. It just doesn't make sense to me. There should be more than enough head pressure out of this. It's so confusing. Like, I don't understand it. Like, this isn't getting anything, and this is supposed to be perfectly balanced. Do I need a pump here? Like, I shouldn't have to pump anything on a vertical 20, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. I don't know why it's just not. This says it's full of fuel. This says it's full of fuel. This says it's empty. Oh, was I pushing it in the wrong direction, maybe? That is very possible I was pushing it in the wrong direction. Alright. I think I had assumed that it was going the correct direction, and it was not. So, we'll go ahead and we'll pump that out. How many more canisters? We'll go over and grab another 100 canisters over here. There's no reason why I should need a pump here. 20-meter head lift is... Like, maybe I just need to build a little thing right here, and then it will equalize above that. That's probably what I'm going to do right here. So 10 meters is up to there. So if I get a wall support... I go here. And then I go here. Alright, let's figure this out here. Alright, let's get a noodle right here. Jeez. Okay. Horizontal, vertical, horizontal, vertical. Auto, here. Alright, so that means without the pump here, it should automatically go past that head point because I've created a buffer. And fluid dynamics says that once it's past that point, it should siphon. How much do I have? this by... The fluid buffer's not really doing anything. This doesn't have anything in it either. So if I pump up to here, everything above it should be high enough. So if I'm gonna pump, I might as well pump up here. Alright. Alright, and we'll do a pump here. Alright, and that is a awake baby. So I will have to go grab my son real quick because he has woken up from his nap. Alright, I've got the fuel I need. I'm gonna go grab my son. Hopefully he will lay back down because he still has about another half an hour of his nap time left. So let's see what he does. And before you knock on me for being a bad parent when he's crying. Oh gosh, guy's shooting at me. He has a nap time, and he needs to nap during his nap time, and he gets grumpy sometimes when he wakes up and no one's sitting there in the room with him, and then he realizes it's still nap time and he goes back to sleep, which is what he just did. He just rolled back over. So I think he's gonna be okay for the next 5 minutes. If I need to, I'll run back here to the hub, unlock the turbo fuel, and I'll run up there to check on him, and I might have to cut the stream at that point. So let me get back to the hub and I will go from there. Let's unlock turbo fuel. It's nice to have actual fuel for my jetpack too. Alright, compacted coal. I've got it somewhere. Is it in the back of the rover? It is. There's 50. Alright, ma'am. Sulfur, turbo fuel. I need that hard drive. Let's swap that out real quick. Sulfur. Turbo fuel. Rocket fuel.
Turbo fuel unlocked. This upgrade to regular fuel is optimal for fuel-powered generators, jetpacks, and fulfilling long-distance trucker fantasies.
Jeez. Ionized fuel. What is that? Nitrogen? Empty fluid tank. Well, turbo fuel and I think turbo fuel will be the next thing that I'm going to have to work on real quick. And I'm going to grab these alien parts here in the food, and you can kind of see what it does here. It'll go through, it'll sort down the line. The hog remains will go over there. And stuff will start whirring up. And we'll get that process into the alien proteins, and then we'll turn those into DNA capsules once they're created. So that's kind of how I have this set up here. And there they go. And then that's going to allow me, like, once I start really needing those points out of the Awesome Shop, we'll go. Oh, I did unlock stuff on the Awesome Shop too, which I didn't talk about. I did unlock a bunch of stuff. So, so here's the turbo fuel. It's funny, I can like buy it right now from a jetpack. I don't know how to make those canisters though. What was the name of it here? Empty fluid tank. I don't have a recipe for that yet. I wonder when that will come. Alright. So, as far as tiers, I never unlock jump pad. I don't think that I will. I don't care about it. I have everything for this. Steel beams, I have a bunch of, don't I? I only have 28. I was making some. Let's go ahead and put those back in there. I set up a small little steel production here just to kind of get rid of some of the stuff I had. So I didn't feel like running all the way over to the other side and doing that. It's running pretty efficient. I think the only slowdown is happening on the production side of it. It's slowing down with extra ingots. So I have tons of coal in there already. It's just the iron that I don't have a lot of in here. So let's see, what else? Turbo fuel. Turbo fuel is going to be a pain in the butt. Oh, I did unlock this industrial fluid. It's quite a lot. And the dimensional thing. I called it quantum, but dimensional is really what it is. So, I also set up, I think I also set up a box here. I was going to set it up for the Mercer spheres. And then for some reason, the summer sloops, yeah, I was just going to do that. For some reason, the summer sloops, you can't indicate that it, as a programmable output, so I did not include those in there. So let's see, I've got turbo fuel production that I need to work on, so I have all those refineries. I was gonna try to get, I want to see if I can get that expanded power first, because I'm gonna have to run big power lines over there to get that done. So before I get anything further, because that whole system is going to be pretty dependent on what I bring over there, because it will be a self-contained, pretty much a self-contained system. Like, I'm not going to need anything extra from outside, so I don't need to send up any train routes or any kind of infrastructure like that. But it will be nice to have everything kind of in one spot. And this is 100% productive. Right. It's running at 67%. I mean, it's fine. It's It's running out of 120. It's all Mark II. How many does this need? 4590. So is this a Mark II as well? This is a Mark I. Oh, so that's probably slowing it down here. So let's go ahead and upgrade this. Alright, whatever. I only needed 90, so it was capped at 60. And I'm only using 60 right now from the actual what's it called? I'm only using 60 from 120 split in half. So is this rotors or is this? Pretty sure this is modular frames. Yeah. So here's my steel beams I need for that. So I'll go ahead and grab this. And then throw the rest of my rotor modular frames in there. I mean, quite a backlog of steel beams, which is good. And how many do I have in here? Quite a bit. I could probably dump pipes in here. Nope, already full. What do I have a lot of that I don't need a lot of? Fuel, I've got a lot of fuel, don't need that. This I can get rid of. This I can get rid of. We'll grab more copper sheets. Just because I know I'm going to be doing quite a bit of piping. So, let's get our power infrastructure finished. Oh. We'll go ahead and we'll send off that milestone. It looks like he's not going to want to go back down, so I'm going to have to drop here after this milestone is done and go take care of the little baby. And we'll pick it up after. Maybe later tonight. I don't know. The wifey did say she wanted to do something tonight, so we'll see if I'm able to hop on later. We did start a puzzle last night that has been, like, literally it was torture. Every single piece we needed to look up we needed to reference the box because it was just one of those that it looked like it was going to be easier than it actually was. So.
Milestone reached. After several pioneers started exhibiting traumatic responses to power blackouts, Fixit developed mitigation tools recommended by your local therapist. Power storages can hold excess power to delay or prevent blackouts in the eventuality that your factory's power consumption exceeds production. To simplify, these are rechargeable batteries. Power towers carry power lines for significantly greater distances than poles, facilitating factory expansion and exploitation of this environment for the good of Fixit and humanity.
Alright, plastic, cable, modular frames, engines. We have all of that. So the pod will be back in 5 minutes. Let's see how the little baby's doing. Yep, he laying there. Alright, so that'll have to wait until the next time, and we will start planning out our turbo fuel expansion. We will be most likely doing our turbo fuel over here, but because I have my blueprint here, let's where's my launcher? Maybe I didn't bring my launcher over? Maybe it won't let me have the launcher until I unlock. Did I not unlock hypertubes yet? What? Hypertubes was over here, right? Yeah, I've already got hypertubes unlocked. So where's my hypertube launcher blueprint? I guess I didn't import it over. Okay, so I'll bring over my hypertube launcher blueprint, which is pretty nice for traversing lots of different parts of the map. We'll get that set up, and I'll bring what I need to go get turbo fuel set up. So I'm going to start putting that together. It's going to be a bunch of stuff. I think the refineries is like 40. So we'll start with 30 refineries, and then we'll do, I think, 10 or 15 fuel power generators, and we'll go from there. That way I've kind of got a rough idea of what I'm going to look for to bring over there. Most of this stuff is just going to take a little bit of time for the resources. So I'm going to actually just kind of sit here. I'm going to stop streaming. I'm just going to sit here and let stuff just kind of like build up.